In this video, we will practice using the order of operations to solve problems. So first things first, what are the order of operations? We use this word PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S, to remember the order of operations. Now, the order of operations are super important because they tell us which order to solve a problem in. So let's go through PEMDAS first. So PEMDAS, we've got parentheses first. Ooh, spelling parentheses. Let's do our best. Parentheses come first. So we say parentheses first. So write in parentheses. Remember, parentheses just look like this. We also use brackets, kind of like parentheses. So brackets are just kind of squared off parentheses that kind of go on the outside of parentheses. But you'll see that when you get to your classwork. Next is exponents. Remember, exponents is like 10 to the third power. That 3 would be our exponent. We really don't see a lot of exponents in our 5th grade PEMDAS problems. But once you get up to middle school, you'll see them a lot. Now, this next one is when it starts to get a little bit tricky. You've got multiplication, so multiply and divide. But these are actually in the same step. So make sure you write that out. Whenever you're doing this, you're just going to go from left to right. Left to right. We say first come, first serve. So you're going to do them in the order that you read them in the problem, from left to right. That might sound a little confusing now, but once we start working them out, it'll make more sense. And last but not least, we've got add and subtract. Oh, didn't need an extra S there. Subtract. And add and subtract are the same way. They are in the same step as well. And you're going to do them from left to right. First come, first serve. So as a review, we've got parentheses first, exponents next, multiplication and division in the same step, addition and subtraction, if you've got the nerve. From left to right, first come, first serve. Let's go ahead and jump into some problems. Now, the most important thing, other than remembering what order to do things in, is to keep it super neat. By the end of the problem, you should have a beautiful upside-down triangle. So let's go ahead and get started with this first one. All right, we've got 10 minus 2 times 3. So with our PEMDAS, we're going to say parentheses first. There's no parentheses. Exponents next. There's no exponents. Multiplication and division in the same step. There is multiplication. So we're going to say 2 times, gotta get my pen up. 2 times 3 is 6, and then bring everything else down. 2 times 3 is 6, bring the 10 and the subtraction sign down. Then all I've got left is subtraction. So I'm going to say 10 minus 6 is 4. And my answer is 4. Now, I know you might be thinking, Miss Wilson, that was so easy. Yes, but what if you had done it wrong? What if you had said 10 minus 2 is 8 times 3 is 24? You would have 24 as your answer. And that would be wrong because the correct answer is 4. This is why we have the order of operations. Let's jump into this next one. Parentheses first. We do have parentheses here. So we're going to say 6 plus 4 is 10. And just bring down the divided by 5. Exponents next. There's no exponents. Multiplication and division in the same step. We've got a division problem. I know that 10 divided by 5 is 2. There's our answer. Now, you might have heard me earlier when I said you're going to have triangles. So right here, as you can see, I've got my beautiful triangle. Every single problem you do should end up looking like a beautiful piece of pizza. Now I'm getting hungry. Let's dive into the next 2 problems. 3 plus 6 divided by 2. I want you to tell me which we should do first, the addition or the division. I hope you said division. Let's go ahead and say 6 divided by 2 is 3. What is my next step? I hope you said to bring everything down. Bring down that 3 and that plus. And we know that 3 plus 3 is 6. Again, I've got my beautiful slice of pizza triangle right there. Looks good. All right, now this next one is the longest one you've had so far. Tell me what the very first step is. I hope you said 3 plus 4 is 7. Now let's bring everything else down. You've got 2 times minus 6 times 2. Now, we did a parentheses. There are no exponents. Multiplication and division in the same step. Think about which multiplication problem we should do first. For this one, I hope you said 2 times 7. We know that 2 times 7 is 14. We got to bring everything else down. What is the next step? I hope you said 6 times 2 is 12, and then we bring everything else down. And your final step is 14 minus 12, which is 2. Looks good, looks good. We have a much bigger triangle here, but it is still a ginormous piece of pizza. All right, make sure you glue these down, ask any questions if you have them, and jump into that classwork.